So here's a little pamphlet that somebody handed to me at the march. And I'll read it to you because I know my camera's probably not great here. And I don't know what win is. But anyways, let me read it to you. And, wow, I can't see through the phone at the same time, so I'll just hold it up over there. Who cares? WIN sex ed is a Trojan horse brought into schools under the guise of anti-bullying, but is really intended to sexualize children at the earliest age possible. The Ontario government, including its education system, has been infiltrated by radical LGBTQ activists who are using the WIN sex ed curriculum to promote homosexuality and transgender ideology and normalize sexual deviancy. I don't know if you can see or read what's on there. Anyways, back to it. The WIN sex ed curriculum promotes and endorses vile, sexual, explicit, and pornographic books which are available to children and youth through the schools as well as in public libraries and online. This is resulting in many young people being exposed to pornographic materials and websites, being encouraged to masturbate and experiment sexually with the same sex. They are also being indoctrinated into believing their gender is fluid and non-binary. As a consequence, a growing number of young people are tragically experiencing rapid onset dysphoria. We can think of Dr. Tam in that sense. Sorry, that's not from the pamphlet. I just had to throw in the dysphoria thing. The only treatments offered are puberty blockers and/or surgeries that permanently mutilate their bodies and sterilize them. The LGBTQ/trans activists are manipulating society to accept their agenda by victimizing trans people and saying that kids who struggle with gender ideology are at a heightened risk of suicide, and therefore we need to support them to help them feel accepted. The reality is that there's a 20% increase in suicide for those who transition, and transgender regret is exploding as individuals realize they were deceived into following this path. Okay, back to the pamphlet here, and I'll continue to read that. The number of students who struggled with transgenderism prior to the introduction of the WIN sex ed curriculum was 0. This is an adult sexual proclivity, not a child's. It has created a social contagion. There is an over 4,000% increase in girls who now say they identify as a boy. This number is from 2018 and has significantly increased as a direct result of the WIN sex ed curriculum. I'll have to Google this WIN sex ed curriculum. Anyways, some educationalists have previously warned that the promotion of transgender issues in school has sown confusion in children's minds. No kidding. And that encouraging children to question gender has become an industry. On January 7th, 2022, Bill C-18 came into effect. On January 7th, 2022, Bill C-4 came into effect, making it a criminal offense if you do not support your child's gender dysphoria. In other words, you, the parent, could be criminally charged and go to jail for advising your daughter not to have her breasts removed. In April 2021, a father in BC was sent to jail for 6 months for opposing his 14-year-old daughter's gender transition. Find out more here, what you can do. And then Action for Canada. Sorry, I know my camera worked. Action for Canada is an organization dedicated to protecting our children, families, businesses, churches, and citizens from the pressures of government, health administrators, and schools. We need Canadians across the country to step up and lead in their own communities, cities, and provinces. So, there you go.